Zoom link also. Okay, so that is one more thing that I'm going to do now from now. And today I'm going to show you how you can use AI, not only ChatGPT but also AI to at work, so that whenever you are doing any task, okay, that task you can automize. Okay, so that is one aspect of it that we are going to do. And I'm also launching my Excel, Power BI, and Power Query batches from tomorrow. Today is the introductory session for this. So I will also showcase like what all I'm going to cover in this courses. Okay. So I welcome you all to this session, and those who have attended my previous session, they know like every session has something new to it, and you get to learn a lot of things when you are there in the session till the end. So I request everyone, those who have joined, stay here. We are going to discuss some important things for next 30-40 minutes. So we are going to get a lot of idea about clarity about how to use AI in different format. Okay. Now, before I start this session, I would like to ask you, like, have you ever used Chat GPT? How many of you have used Chat GPT? If you have used, you can write down use in the chat box. If you have never used, you can write down never. So if you have used Chat GPT, you can write down use. And if you have never used, you can write down never. So Abhinandan says never. Okay. I would want everyone to participate so that we can come to know used. Arushi says used. Okay. Okay. What about others? Payal, have you ever used? Satyajit says never. Okay. What about others? Payal, what about your experience with ChatGPT? Have you ever used ChatGPT? It's either ever or never. Okay, so if you have used, कभी आपने यूज किया है या नहीं किया है, ठीक है, यही हम जानना चाहते हैं आपसे कि आपने कभी चैट जीपीटी यूज किया है, और अगर किया है, so how was your experience with that? Okay, so I would like to ask Arushi, so when did you use it and how was your experience? If you can unmute and respond. Arpit also says used. Okay, Payal also says used. Okay, so those who have used, would you like to share your experience with ChatGPT? What you used for, and what result did you get? Was it satisfactory or it was not? And it was easy or it was not easy? All these things I want to know from you. Anyone would like to come forward and
Yes, sir.
yes, Arpit,
Hello.
please.
Sir, I used during my internship, and I used to write emails, and when I have to do presentations in my college.
Okay, great. So were you satisfied with the results that you got from
Yes, sir.
ChatGPT?
Yes, sir,
Okay.
absolutely. But sir, I have to add some things from my our own, like I have to do some editing.
Exactly, exactly. So ChatGPT can help you in many ways, but you have to do a lot of work also. It is not like that कि हमने ChatGPT को बोला कि आप मेरा ये पूरा प्रोजेक्ट बना दो, और ChatGPT आपको बिल्कुल प्रोजेक्ट बना के बिल्कुल परोस देगा थाली में कि आपको just consume करना है उसको. It is not like that. You have to give a lot of commands, prompts, and all these commands and prompts should be very what you can say appropriate. बहुत appropriate होनी चाहिए वो सारी commands. जब वो commands appropriate होंगी, चैट जीपीटी को समझ में आएगा कि आप क्या चाह रहे हैं उससे, तो फिर आपको एग्जैक्टली वही आउटपुट मिलेगा जो आपको मिलना चाहिए, नहीं दैट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर. एनीवन एल्स वुड लाइक टू शेयर देयर एक्सपीरियंस? पायल, वुड यू लाइक टू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस विद चैट जीपीटी? फर्स्ट आई वुड लाइक टू हियर टू यू सो दैट आई कम टू नो कि हाँ आपने कैसे यूज किया है, कहाँ यूज किया है और क्या बेनिफिट रहा आपको, उससे क्या प्रॉब्लम आई. इफ यू फेस एनी प्रॉब्लम्स आल्सो यू कैन डिस्कस ओवर हियर. Anyone who would like to share their experience of using AI, any other tool, not specifically ChatGPT, but any other AI tool which you have used and you would like to share over here. Hi, Mani. Have you ever used ChatGPT?
Uh, yeah, Alok. Hi. Thanks for arranging this session, Alok.
Thank you.
So very helpful, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
have
no
used
response, no
ChatGPT in the
response.
past, primarily for if I have written a text and if I need to just paraphrase it or shorten it, I have used ChatGPT for that, and also formatting long text. So that for that I
Mhm.
have used. So what I have understood from using it, I've not used it for long, but though whatever I've used it, I understand that we have to make it used to our style of working, and once it gets
Mhm.
a hold of it, I think the prompts which we put, no, it automatically creates a record of it, and it is easy to for it to give output in the future. So it is recording the prompts also and adapting accordingly. So that was one positive thing which I noted about it, and it is quick. The formatting is quicker. So that is where I have used it as of now.
Correct, correct. So Arushi also says that I've used ChatGPT for getting some help for writing long captions while posting anything, and then I can edit accordingly. Yes. So definitely we can use ChatGPT into a lot of things. Okay. And when you start using ChatGPT, you experience the more about it. Okay. So definitely, it is a very useful tool which is there, and the more you use, the more you get used to it. Okay, तो जितना ज़्यादा आप उसको use करते हैं, आपको समझ में आता है how the algorithm works, how you have to give the prompt and all these things. So that is all there in as a benefit of ChatGPT. Okay. Now today I'm going to show you some stuff on ChatGPT. I use it. I have used it at multiple levels. Like I've asked many questions to ChatGPT. I have asked ChatGPT to create Excel sheets to automize my work. And along with ChatGPT, I've used different softwares also. Like there is one software which is called as caption.ai. So if you are using YouTube or if you're recording any video and posting it on Instagram and you want to actually give them captions, then what you can do is you can generate those captions from ChatGPT. If you want to write a content and if you want to verify that content, you can ask ChatGPT to do it. Many students use it for writing their projects and all. There is a problem of uh, plagiarism, but that is also solved by different AIs. Okay, so there is one quick bold where you can put your text and you can check कि इसमें कितना content copied है. You can convert everything into this. You can create a resume using Chat GPT. You can have a question answer session with Chat GPT. Okay, so we are going to start with this. Okay, and along with this I will show you how you can integrate different softwares using ChatGPT. Okay, so let us start with this session. Okay, and let me share my screen for this. Okay, and I'm sharing my screen now. I will be sharing different aspects where you can use ChatGPT and how you can, what results you can expect from it. Okay, so let me share my screen. I hope you all can see my screen. Is my screen visible?
No, sir, it's not visible, sir. Can you? Okay.
Okay, it's loading. It'll be visible soon. So just give me one moment. I'm sharing it again. There are some. I think now you can see my screen, right? Yes. Okay,
Yes,
great. We are
sir.
good to go. Yes, we are good to go now. Great. So this is a document which I have not created, obviously, but I have got it from internet. Okay. So with due credit to the person who have created this, it's a very handy prompt based material. I will be sharing this PDF to all the participants at the end of the session. So stay till the end to get this PDF. Okay, and that is the bonus that you're going to get by staying till the end of this session. So now there are some variety of commands which are there in this. Okay, and we will take different uh, options and see. We will analyze all these options. Okay, and you will be able to see what this chat GPT can do for you. I will open my chat GPT account and I will show you like how to give the commands, how to give the prompts, and how do you get the result. How do you copy the result? How do you execute the result with other softwares? That is all we are going to see in this particular session. Along with this, I'm going to show you some of my Excel tricks which I use at work. Same thing with Power BI, Power Query, and Power BI. So it's a kind of a mixed session where we are going to cover AI with Excel, Power Query, and Power BI. So it is a kind of a technical as well as a value-added session for everyone. Okay. So coming to the first case study. Okay, coming to the first case study, it is saying that act as a position. Okay, so whenever you are giving any prompt, okay, whenever you are giving any prompt to Chat GPT, so you have to assume that Chat GPT is a kind of a mentor, maybe. Okay, and what you want is you want Chat GPT to get some work done for you. Okay, you want Chat GPT to get some work done for you. So you have to assign a role to Chat GPT. Okay, and that Chat GPT should perform that role. So first, while drafting any prompt, what you need to do is you need to ask ChatGPT as to what ChatGPT should perform like. Okay. So here it is saying that act as a position. Okay. And what is the position? Interviewer. So the first task that we are going to give to ChatGPT is to act as an interviewer. Okay. And when ChatGPT is acting as an interviewer, okay, what the ChatGPT is supposed to do, we are going to give ChatGPT a particular sort of interview situation where ChatGPT will have to act as an interviewer. Okay, now examples: Node.js backend, React frontend developer, full stack developer, iOS developer, etc. Okay, so this is the role that company is looking to hire candidates for. Node.js backend, React. These are all software, some technical software which are used to build websites and pages. Okay. So what prompt you need to give to the Chat GPT? So suppose you are acting as an interviewee, and you are supposed you want to find out like what questions can come up. Okay. What questions can the interviewer throw, and how should I plan? Okay, on facing that interview. So that is like one aspect of asking this. Okay. Second, second aspect is to check. You can act as an interviewer also. So suppose you want to take an interview of a candidate, and you are looking for some questions to be asked to the candidate so as to test his knowledge. So I want to act as an interviewer. I'll be the candidate, and you will ask me the interview questions for the position. Okay. I want you to reply as an interviewer. Do not write all the conversation at once. I want you to only do the interview with me. Ask me the questions and wait for my answers. Do not write explanation. Ask me the questions one by one, like an interviewer does, and wait for my answer. My first sentence is hi. Now, I would like this session to be interactive. Okay, so I will ask some questions to you. Okay, and you are supposed to answer. Okay, so in this prompt which you have read, which I've read right now. Okay, what is the first thing that you understand by reading this prompt? When we are writing a prompt, what is the first lesson of the day that you are getting by reading this? Anyone would like to explain? what is your takeaway for this from this session? Like for this particular role जो हमने पढ़ा है उसमें आपको क्या चीज खास लगी या क्या चीज अलग लगा या क्या चीज आपको सीखने को मिली है चैट जीपीटी से? अभी तक हमने चैट जीपीटी पे हम गए नहीं है. वी आर जस्ट एनालाइजिंग अ सिचुएशन एंड वी आर जस्ट एनालाइजिंग अ प्रॉम्प्ट. Yes, who would like to speak on this?
It's for a developer position.
Yes.
And
Okay.
means, it will start with hi, but means further communication, the explanation should not be there. So basically,
Okay.
the interview questions need to be written by them on the basis of the JD or the role given.
Okay, fine. So what is the quality that you derive from this? What do you sense कि ये इसमें क्या, what is that thing which is mentioned which you should keep in mind while giving a prompt? What is the outcome that you got from this conversation? जो इतना लिखा है उससे आप क्या समझते हैं? What do you understand from this?
So
Not
from this, I
specific to
think,
this.
yeah,
Yes.
this is quite unique. Actually, what I felt is it can be built in like a conversation. The first will be hi, then there will be a question. Then I write an answer, being the person being interviewed. Based on that answer, the further questions are drafted. So it's a
Correct.
very different, totally a different perspective. It is, as you rightly said, like a mentor, like a third person who is guiding you in whatever you are endeavoring. Yeah, it's a great thing.
Exactly.
I'm
Yes,
doing it.
Madhu. Yeah, right. You're right. See, as I suggested that when you are talking to Chat GPT, when you are giving prompt, you have to give him a role. Okay, I will use him for a sake of easy conversation with you all. Okay, you can consider Chat GPT to be her also. Okay, it is not very gender specific, although. Okay, so whenever you are giving any prompt, आपको उसको एक role assign करना है. You have to assign a role to Chat GPT, and you have to give as many details as you can give to ChatGPT. Okay, so the first message that we get from this sentence is that it is very specific. Okay, it is very detailed. Okay, so we are very lazy in giving commands to ChatGPT. We write only a single sentence: do this, do that, help me doing this, and all. We do not elaborate what we want. So we get the very limited result. Okay, we get a very lame response on ChatGPT because we are acting as lame, correct? But when you are act as more detailed, see what happens. So what I've done is I have just copy pasted the text. Okay, I removed the word position because it was twice. So and then I will let us click on this OK button, send message. See what happens. And I'm going to read the conversation so that you can follow along. Okay. Thank you for joining us. So ChatGPT is acting as an interviewer now. To get started, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your background and relevant experience for this position? Okay. So you said you started with hi. You got a response from the interviewer. Okay, could you introduce yourself? This is the first question basically an interviewer asks to any candidate. Okay, would you like to introduce yourself? How would you introduce yourself? And give me something about your background and your relevant experience for this position. Okay, now as we mentioned that do not give a conversation, go step by step. Now it is my turn, it is the interviewee turn to get the answer. Okay, now suppose I don't know the answer for this. I want the chat GPT to get the answer, to give me the answer. Then what prompt should I write? What would you have written if you would have been here in this situation? Tell me. So we'll write ChatGPT, kindly give me the response to the above question that has been put by the interviewer. Now ChatGPT will act as an interviewee. Okay, of course, please provide your introduction and tell me about your background and relevant experience for this position. Okay, so it is into the mode of interviewer. Okay, so now we'll say act as an interviewee and and introduce yourself. Okay, along with the relevant background and experience for the position, for the above position. And after that, ask the next related question based on the introduction shared. Now see what response do we get. See how humble chat GPT is. We can learn a lot of things from the chat GPT. The first thing that I have learned is to be humble. So how beautifully ChatGPT has replied. Certainly, I apologize for the previous misunderstanding. How many times do we apologize for misunderstanding the things? This is the first learning of the day. Like this is what you can learn. Okay, how to be polite, how to be humble. Hi, I am your name. I'm a bachelor degree in your field, your university, and bring out 5 years of experience in relevant industry or field. In my previous role at Dash company, I was responsible for Dash. I also have expertise in Dash. I am excited about the opportunity to apply my skills and experience to contribute to the success of your company. Now, I would like to know more about the specific challenges and goals of this position. Could you please share more details about what you are looking for an ideal candidate? So you're getting how ChatGPT has responded to this conversation. Are you all with me? I hope you are following this.
Yes, yes, it's very structured the way it has given it. At least it has given
Exactly.
a structure to how we can think and proceed in it. So really, it is great. And the question also is like very, it is very appropriate. What are you looking for in the
Exactly. So it is very accurate, and it's like a real-time situation that you're going to face when anyone appears for an interview for any job role. Okay, and see when I give specific challenges and goals. Okay, then it will ask me specific question based on how I respond to it. So let's say I have developed various websites for some startup companies, build pages to introduce the product line, service provided, services provided, and also created chatbot. Okay, let us respond to this. Now see what it is asking. Thank you for sharing your experience in website development and chatbot creation. That sounds quite impressive. Now, let's delve a bit into your technical skills. Can you tell me about the programming languages and technologies you are proficient in when it comes to web development and chatbot creation? See how specifically ChatGPT had picked up the response which I had given to it. Okay, when I mentioned that I created websites and I created chatbot, it asked me about the languages. Okay, what languages did you use? So let me put some languages. I had used Java, HTML, okay, and Python, CSS, and other related languages to work with the website development and even chat bot creation. Okay, now let's see. So every line has something positive. Like great, it sounds like you have a diverse skill set in website development, web development, and chatbot creation. Now let us discuss teamwork and collaboration. Can you provide an example of the project where you had to work closely with a team to achieve a common goal? What was your role? How did you contribute to the team's success? So जब उसको ये पता चल गया कि you are technically sound, you have done various projects, you have worked on website development and chatbot creation. Now it comes to human, like how you are good with the people because you are working with a team. You are not working in isolation. So how have you ever handled any team where you are team leader and all this thing? So this is one case study. Okay. Now let us come to the next one, and that is going to be more interesting and more powerful than the previous one. This is my favorite actually. Act as an Excel sheet. Okay, now see, it's a very simple yet very powerful example. Okay, I want you to use act as a text-based Excel. You will only reply me the 10 text-based 10 rows Excel sheet with a row number and cell letters as 1 to L. First column header should be empty to row reference. I will tell you what to write in the cells and I will reply only the result of the Excel table as text and nothing else. Do not write explanation. I will write your formulas and will execute formulas and only reply with the result. Okay. First reply with the empty sheet. So what we want is we want an empty sheet on Excel. We should have 1 to 10 as row numbers and A to L as columns. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm copying this text and I'm putting it in the chat GPT. And I'm pressing enter. Now let us see what it gives us. Can you see the result? Okay, so we have got a Excel sheet kind of a thing where it is 10 rows as mentioned and column A to L, and all the things other things are blank. Can you see that? Now when I copy it and I have opened Excel and let me paste it in Excel. Okay, let me copy and paste this. So I have pasted it. Okay, now by default, what happens is everything gets pasted in the first cell itself. You can see all the content is not divided into different columns. It has been pasted into one cell. Now I want to solve this problem. Suppose I copy anything and everything goes into one cell. Now I will ask ChatGPT to do it for a solution for it. So hey GPT, while when I copied the solution provided by you in Excel sheet, it is entering all the columns in a single column. Kindly give me a solution to get the columns in column headings in different columns. Now see what it does. I'm telling you, it's very amazing. Like it's very interesting, and every time it will give you an apology. I apologize for the inconvenience. It seems that the formatting may have not been preserved when you copied the text. Here is an alternative way to represent the empty Excel with the column heading in different columns. Okay. Now again, it is giving me something, some other code. Okay. And what we need to do is we need to just copy paste it and put it in the Excel sheet to get the result in a different manner. So these are some of the examples which are there in this particular sheet, and it will create that. Okay, and the best thing about ChatGPT is that whatever searches you do, whatever questions you ask, it gets saved automatically. So you can refer to your previous searches and you can copy paste the result from it. I've created my entire code structure using ChatGPT. Whatever courses I take, all my course content is developed by ChatGPT and I give it a final touch. Okay, so I've copied this and I'm pasting it in a new sheet. Okay, and let me copy paste it again. So it is giving the same result. Okay, now being an Excel user, I know that when I copy paste, if I use paste special and I use it paste it as text, I will still get the same result. But do you know how to convert this into different columns? Anyone? If you have all the result in one column, how can you convert into how you can get the result in different columns? Which feature of Excel will help us in doing so?
Text to column.
Very good. Text to column. And which tab has the option of converting text to columns? Which head I need to go to in Excel? Where do I find that option of text to column?
Data
Like
tab.
which tab? Huh? Data tab.
Data tab.
Yeah. So in the data tab, I will go to the text to column, and in the text to column, I get this wizard. Okay, and it is giving you two options. One is delimited, one is fixed width. So what should I go with? Delimited or what should I go with? Which option should I select?
Fixed with the no delimited with the this sign actually.
Okay, delimited with this pipe button. Okay, this is called as a pipe in Excel. Okay, so when you put this, or suppose you put a semicolon, there is no semicolon, there is no comma, there is no space. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to select this pipe over here and you click on next. So when I do this, you see that all the columns will be now further divided. You can just remove this tab. Okay, you can put tab and remove this. And let us click on next and finish. Now you see that all the columns are further divided differently. Okay, we can remove this line from here. And now I have these column headings in different columns. So this is text to column. Okay. Now suppose I want to generate some random numbers in this Excel. How can I generate some random numbers? Which formula to use to generate random numbers?
RAND.
Huh?
So formula RAND.
Yeah, array and D between. Okay, so if you want to generate some numbers between some series, so you can use this formula and you can paste it in all the cells. Okay, so we get all these numbers. But since it is a dynamic formula, it will keep on changing the numbers. So what I will do is I will copy the numbers and I will press Alt Control and V to paste them as values. Now these are values. Now you do not see the formula now. Okay, you do not see the formula. Now let me give you one task. Okay, there are 10 participants over here apart from me. So let me ask you one simple question. Okay, suppose I want to find out. Okay, I'm testing your Excel skills now. Okay, I want to find out what is the value in a particular column and a particular row combination. Okay, I want to find out what is the value in a particular row and particular column. So let's say column number C and column number C and row number 5. So I want to find out what is the value in this particular cell. How do I get the result in this cell? Okay, so I want the result over here. So what should I use? What function of Excel will get me the particular result? Whatever row and column I mention over here, it should get me that particular result. So basically, I want the intersection of column C and row number 5. Column C and row number 5. So basically, I want 489 as the answer over here in this column D16. How do I get this number? And then I want L8, okay, and then I want F4. Suppose I want all these numbers, and I don't want to manually look for all these numbers. I want some automation. How can I get the numbers?
Index function,
Which function?
index.
Index. Okay, correct. Now let us give this task to Chat GPT and let it suggest this, because other participants do not know because they have not answered. Okay, so what I've done is I've copied this data and let me write. I I have this data in my Excel sheet and I want to find out the value at the intersection of particular row and column. Okay, row and column. For example, uh, column. May I request someone to be on mute, please? I am getting some. Yeah, fine. So, for example, column D and row 4. Okay. So, give me an appropriate formula for this. Now, let us see what do we get as answer. So, as you suggested, Satyajit, it is index and match. Okay, but those who don't know index and match, they cannot apply index and match, right? So what I've done, I've given the exact this thing function to Chat GPT, the exact scenario to Chat GPT, and it has given me a formula over here. Now what I need to do is I just need to copy paste this formula over here to get the result. Okay, so it is index, and you can change the result whatever you want. Okay, so it is A1 to L10. So A1 to L10, since A is having all these duplicates, so I will use A1 to L11 because in my uh, sheet, the columns, the rows are till L11 and I will have to write M11. Okay, so now my entire table is selected. Now whatever intersection I want column number C and row number 5. Okay, so column C, ABC, so it will be third column. Okay, so what I can do is I should remove this entire row from here. I should remove this entire column from here. Okay, now we have this data. So from this data, we want to get a particular row and column value, and the row and column value should be what? C5. Okay, so C column is column number 3. C column is column number 3, and the row, this is the row number. So row number is 5 and column number is 3. So when I put index and I get the result over here. Now, I want to ask you all, are we getting the right result? Are we getting the right answer? Can you check for C5? C5, is C5 having the same value as we are getting the answer? I want everyone to reply in the chat box, yes or no. If you can see my screen, can you see we are getting the right result? Yes or no? Can you all respond? Yes. So Mani says yes. What about others? Yeah. Okay, and what if I change any reference? Okay, let me put this L8 over here. Let me cut paste this and get this. So when I put L8, okay, and this I had given reference to this. Okay, so let me not give the reference here. Let me select this as a row and this is a column reference. Okay. And let me give some number over here. So as I change the numbers, so row column number 5 and row number 8, I'm getting this 133. Okay, so column number 5 is E and row number 8 is this. Okay, sorry. So this is row and this is column. So if you check precisely row number 5, so row number 5, and I have to go to the 8th column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 133, which is matching with this. This is index function, this index function. Now the reverse of this is match function. Suppose I want to find out where is this 133 position in the above table. I will use match. Okay, but there is one more alternative of doing this, which is much more easier than index and match, because index and match is considered to be one of the most toughest formula in Excel. Do you all believe with me? Do you all agree with me? Index and is not a very nice function to work with. Satyajit. So how do we get result for the reverse situation? We want to find out at what position in the table 133 is placed. So how do I get that? How many of you know match function? How to use match function? Do you know?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm putting the match function. Okay. Those who are saying yes, I'm getting an NA. Why I'm getting an NA? Why I'm not getting an answer? Don't know. So Arpit say don't know. And what about others? Abhinandan, do you know match function? See, sometimes we suppose these are the numbers of the student. I want to find out like which student has scored this number. Where is that student placed? This is a rank wise list. This is a list which is consisting of the rank of the people. How do we get the answer? Nilesh also says don't know. Abhinandan, do you know that? Match function. How can we
Yeah,
use
match
match?
function I know. I know match function.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you help me with this function?
No, so here how to put the match function are you saying?
Yeah, here how to put the match function and get the result for this. That is.
Yeah, so basically we have to see in the table because we want to match. So basically in the earlier function itself we can have index and match combination on the third place.
No, so my requirement is I want to find out this 133 where this 133 is lying in the above table. That is why my requirement. Okay. Now how do I structure my index and map? That is my query is.
Okay. Means at,
Have you
at
understood what I'm asking?
no, basically
Yeah,
are you
at
looking
which column and row intersection this value is present?
okay. So the reverse of what we have find right now.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. How to do that? So what I'm doing is I'm giving this prompt to ChatGPT. Now I want to find out what is the position of the specific number in the table. Okay, for example, I want to find out where exactly is 133 placed in the table. So I want the row number and the column number. Give me the exact formula to use.
What is the answer for the first one, Naveen?
Now see what? Yes. So it has given me. So match 133 A1 to A10 and then 0. Okay, so that is what I was putting here. Okay, so this is the formula that we have got. So here is equal to match, and instead of writing 133, okay, let us use 133, and it is not only in it will show only in the particular column. Okay, so we have selected A1 to A10. Okay, A1 to A10, and instead of 133, what I will do is I will give a reference of this particular cell. So suppose in the column A, I want to find out where exactly a particular number is placed. Okay. So right now I'm getting an NA because there is no 133 in the particular column. Now let me type 121. What do I get as answer? What do I get as answer?
Row number.
I'm getting, yes, I'm getting 6 as the answer, right?
So it's a row number where the 6 is on the A column.
Yeah, in the A column, in the
121
sixth
is,
row.
yeah, 6.
Ha, 121 is in the sixth row. Okay, so when I type 149, I get the first row as answer. When I type 168, I'm getting the last row as answer. So if you have a very big data set and you want to find out like where this particular number is present, okay, at what position, okay, you can find out by putting a simple match function. So index will give you, you want to get a particular a number from a particular position, then you will use match. When you want to find out a number from a particular position, like what is the position of this particular number from the table, you will use index. So this index and match, someone who doesn't know index and match in Excel can use ChatGPT to get the answer. Okay, now let me complicate this situation and let me say I don't want to use index and match. Give me an alternate solution which works for this. Okay, so now some other solution have come. What is that? Min if A1 to AL is equal to 33, then column this and column 2 plus 1. Remember to enter these formula as array formulas by pressing Ctrl Shift Enter by typing them, as they use array functions to search for a value in the table. So there is an alternative to index and match. And there is one more alternative which even ChatGPT has not given, which I will tell you, and which is much more easier than what it has given. So I have just copied the entire formula, okay, in the cell, and it is saying A1 to L1 is your 133 column, this, and it is asking me to press Control and enter because it is containing some array function. So control and enter, and what do I get as the answer now? Well, I'm getting 0 as answer. Because there is no 133 in the first row. Now what I do is I will select L10. Okay, so L10 means entire table. Now I'm getting 8. Now what does 8 means? Well, I'm getting 8 as the answer now. So what is 8? The row number, the column number, or what? And here also I have to suppose, actually here also I have to change it to L10. Now I should get, now I'm getting the same answer, 8. What is 8 now? Let us see if there are 132 133. So there is only one 133, right? And instead of 133, let me put, to make it simple, let me put it 149. 149 because the first number that we get. So I'm getting 1 for 149. Okay, so if I type 122, I should get 2. I'm still getting 1. Let me type 208. So what I mean to say is that using ChatGPT, I'm getting 2 now. So what it is doing is it is checking the column. It is checking the column. Okay, it is not checking the row. If you see the formula, it is having column, reference as a column. So it will work only in the column. If you have the data in the row, it will not work. So if I type 180, I will get the right answer. row column number 5. Okay, but if I type any number which is not in the first column, it will not give me the answer. Now, what is the third way? Okay, so now if I say I don't want to use this formula, also any other alternate you can suggest. So we as human give up after checking for one or two formulas. If we do not get the answer, we just give up. Okay, but Chat GPT doesn't. Chat GPT will bring something more. And this is all what I'm going to teach in the coming course. This is what actually I will be dealing with when I am starting with this course on automation and Excel and this. Because all these things we might know that we know Excel in and out, but there are some things which we don't know in Excel. Excel is such a powerful tool, but people don't use it in the manner it should be used. So that happens when you actually give time and when you are with a person who is actually using the software day in and day out. Then only you will have to know about the actual way of using it. Okay. So let me show you one more thing and then we'll move to Power BI and Power Query because I wanted to cover that also. Okay, that was just a presentation I want to show. Now, how many of you know how to name a range in Excel? How many of you know how to name a range in Excel? How to name a range in Excel? See, what I did is I've done something here. Okay, what I've done, I want to find out is this first column having a number which is 149. I want to find out whether this number is having 149. This first row is having 149 or not. So what I'm doing now is I am just selecting that range. I'm just selecting that range and I'm putting is equals to 149. See, what I've done is I've just selected this range and I put 149. So in this, it is giving me true, and all the other places it is giving me what? False. Okay. So if you want to check any position, you can use this function. It's a simple formula. You can use that. So did you know this thing before? You can put any range. You can put any range. Okay. And in this range, and now this time I put what? I have put this range and let me type 192. So I'm getting false at all the places, but I'm getting one true. So where I'm getting one true, that means that particular column has that value. And if you don't want to see false, okay, you can put this entire thing in if. So if this is equals to false is true, then return the value true. If this is false, then return blank. Now you are getting only one true. You're getting it? Suppose you want to get the intersection of particular cell and column. So what you can do is you can just type that reference A1, B1, and let's say C2. Just a minute. Yeah, so B1 into C2 will give me like this, but suppose I want to find out the intersection of a particular row and column. So I can select this entire series, trace a space, and then I can select this series. Okay, and so now I'm getting 149. Okay, so what is 149? 149 is the intersection of these two rows and columns. Can you see that? 149. So how I've got 149? By selecting the both the rows and columns. Suppose I do a different selection is equals to, let me select this, okay, column, and I will give a space and let me select this row. So wherever this row and column is intersecting, I will get that number. So I'm getting 489. So when it will be used, suppose how to use this. So when you have, suppose product, when you have product and you have year of sales, okay. So you want product, you have different products, let's say ABC, A, B, C, and then you have different years, 2022, 2021, 2020, and you have sales, let's say 100, 200, any number, I'll put random numbers. And I want to find out what is the product A ka sale in the year 2021. Okay, so what I need to do is just select this particular product and the range. Okay, so I will just select this particular cell, this and this. So first select this, put a space, and then select this, and you get the answer. So how easy it is. So have you ever done something like this in Excel? Just give me a yes or no. क्या आपने कभी ऐसा किया है? Yes or no? This is what? This is the sale of product B in 2021. No, this is a great learning. Yes. So this is what I've given to Excel and what I've learned in Excel. This is all my uh, time that I've spent with Excel. I have like learned all these unique things which you will not see on internet also. You will not find on YouTube also. So just by referring a range and having an intersection, you can get any value, whatever value you want to get. Suppose I want to get the product C ka sale in 2022. I want product C ka sale in 2022. So what I need to do is I just need to give this reference of these three products, this product number C, and then select 2022. Okay. And you will not necessarily, because we need to select the entire range. So we'll select this particular range and this particular range. This first range you will select, and then the second range you will select. So here you will get A ka sales. You have got A because it was intersecting at A, right? You got the sale of product B because product B and the year which we selected, they were both having consecutive references. So this is also possible when you want to find out something like this, but it will require a lot of like efforts you need to put to learn all this. Okay, Chali, so this was AI and this is Excel. What I wanted to show, what you can do with Excel and AI. There are a lot many things in this PDF which is interesting. I will be sharing this in some time. Okay, so I'll act as a algorithm checker. See, this is also again act a character from any book or anything. Okay, so you can specify act as a Harry Potter and write a particular sentence in a way that Harry Potter would have spoken or written. So these are something very interesting. Act as a storyteller, act as a comedian. You want to write a script for something, you can give them this particular. I want an humorous take on politics. Okay, so this is how you can ask this thing. And nowadays you are seeing you when you see Instagram, you'll see many reels where you will find that the voice is of someone else, but the person is someone else. Okay, so AI has the power of modulating your voice, and you can speak, but you will get the voice of some other person. So that is also a power of AI. Okay, now let me introduce you to Power BI, because I wanted to continue this session. I hope you can all be here for the next 20-25 minutes so that we can quickly see the power of Power BI, okay, and how Power BI can be used by all the professionals or all the persons who are working, okay. So I know most of you like Nilesh, Mani, Selvi. I know Rahul is my student. Okay, so Silpesh is new for me, and Arpit Kushwa. I think you are a BTech student, if I'm not wrong. Okay, and Abhinandan. I've seen you in my previous sessions also. Can you just introduce yourself in the chat box? By the time I'm sharing my Power BI screen, I would like all those who have come, if they can introduce themselves. And now we are going to start with Power BI. Satyajit is not there now. He wanted to see Power BI. Okay. So yes, Shilpesh pursuing BTech from UIT. Okay, UIIT. Okay, great. So how did you find this session, Arpit? Because you're doing BTech, and I think uh, you are doing learning technology, but this session on AI and Excel, what I taught so far. Would you like to comment on it? Would you like to add some comments? Okay, Nilesh is a practicing company secretary. Okay, very good. From Nagpuri. Okay. What about Abhinandan? Can you also introduce yourself? Mani Selvi is a chartered accountant. Yeah.
Uh, hello.
Yes, Abhinandan.
Yeah, I'm also a child accountant, and actually, I'm working as a CFO in a company. I'm
Okay,
interested to learn Power BI.
you are working as a CEO.
CF,
Okay, and what company? Like which sector basically?
it's an automobile sector. It's an automobile dealership.
Automobile industry. Okay, okay, great. Okay, so now, and what about Silpesh Dalal? If you can introduce yourself, maybe in the chat box, or you can unmute and speak. Fine. So, see, we have come to Power BI now. So, what is Power BI? Let me give a small introduction, and then I will explain the features and what it is used for. Okay, correct. Thank you, Arpit, for your feedback. So, Power BI is a software which is used, okay, to convert our data, to present our data in a technical format, in a graphical format, so that the interpretation of the data becomes easier, okay, and it's very effective. Okay, I will show you some examples. Since many are chartered accountant and company secretaries and some other BTech and all these students, okay, so I will give you some examples to show you what Power BI can do actually. Okay. So what we can do is we can actually connect data from different sources in Power BI. As you can see on the screen, we have Excel, SQL, paste data into a blank table and try a sample data set. Okay. So what I will do is I will connect an Excel sheet. So I will import data from Excel. Okay. We can have different Excel. So I'm just selecting one Excel sheet. Okay. Let's say I'm taking this HR data. It's a data of an organization and relating to employees in an organization, right? So we have this HR data with us, and there are two tables. One is the HR data, one is table one. So I'm selecting this HR data, and it is showing me a display of the data. I hope my screen is visible to all and you can see it properly. I'm onto the navigator screen. If you can see, can you just confirm in the chat box what screen you can see now? Yes, navigator. Okay. So in the navigator, what do you see is you see that we have attrition, business travel, CF age band, CF attrition label, department, education. Okay, employee number, gender, job role, marital status. It's a very big Excel actually. It has many columns and many rows. Okay. So what I'll do is I will go to transform data. I will click on transform data. There are three options. So this Power BI works on a uh, ETL model, ETL. So E means first you extract, okay. T means transform, sorry, LTE model. So L means load. So first you load the data, okay. Then you transform the data and then you extract the information from the data. So first you have loaded the data. Now we are going to transform the data. So when you click on transform, it opens a separate window which is called as Power Query. Okay, I think that the screen is lagging because of some net issue. Okay, but in the meantime, you will see my Power Query screen. So what I've done is I've clicked on transform data, and now when I click on transform data, AI will be diverted to another software of Power of Microsoft, which is called as Power Query. So what does Power Query does? Okay, so Power Query basically is used to clean your data, okay, or to analyze your data, or to actually modify your data. If you want to do any operation with the data, you can do using Power Query. Okay. Now, can anyone confirm if my Power Query sheet is visible to you? Power Query screen is visible to you, or are you still seeing the Power BI window? No. Okay. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again. So there is one problem which I always face. Hopefully, what you will see next is will be a Power Query window. Okay. So let us wait for some time for it to load. Now I hope you can see my Power Query window. Okay. So what you see now is a Power Query window. Yes, 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 yes. Now see what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. I hope you are watching it for the first time, Arpit and Mani and Nilesh, because see, as a professional, we don't use this on a daily basis, on a regular basis. Yes, so Mani says yes. What about Nilesh? I think you also are looking at it for the first time. Abhinandan and all the other participants. Can you just reply with a yes or no? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I'll go a little slow and I'll take some 5 minutes to explain what is this Power Query and what you can do with the Power Query. Okay. So let me start with explaining. So what does it look like to you? ये आपको कैसा दिख रहा है? किसके जैसा दिख रहा है? ये जो सॉफ्टवेयर है इसको आपको कंपेयर करना हो अगर किसी सॉफ्टवेयर के साथ में जो आपने यूज में लिया है तो आप किस सॉफ्टवेयर का नाम लिखेंगे चैट बॉक्स? What software you can connect this with? एक्सेल शीट जैसा, यस। तो ये बिल्कुल एक्सेल जैसा आपको दिखेगा, बट लेट मी टेल यू एक्सेल से बहुत पावरफुल है ये। एक्सेल अपने आप में पावरफुल है, उससे ज्यादा पावरफुल ये पावर क्वेरी है। ठीक है, अब कैसे है मैं आपको बताता हूँ। सपोज नाउ हियर यू सी देयर इज एट्रिशन। एट्रिशन का मतलब होता है कितने लोग हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को छोड़ के चले गए हैं और कितने लोग हमारे साथ काम कर रहे हैं। दोज हु आर स्टिल वर्किंग विद अस एंड दोज हु आर लेफ्ट। सो वी हैव यस और नो ओवर हियर। What I want to do is कि I want to convert this yes or no into 1 and 0. Okay, तो जहां पे भी yes आ रहा है I want a 1 and जहां पे भी no आ रहा है I want a 0. Similarly, you see ABC over here. This CF age band, this should be actually number. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put whole number over here. Okay, so what it will do is it will convert this into a number and we are getting an error. So let me just undo this. Because there are some alphabets over here, under 25 भी लिखा है यहाँ पर, इसलिए इसको टेक्स्ट मान रहा है। यहाँ पे भी टेक्स्ट आ रहा है। These are the formats. Okay, this is employee number is a number, so we can convert this into a number actually. So we can say whole number. Now what I'm doing is I'm changing the format of the data. I'm changing the format of the data so that we can do a lot of analysis with this data. Okay. So this is also a number. So I am converting this into a number. Age again is also a number. So I'm putting this into a number. Okay. This current employee, this is also a number. कई बार हमारे पास डेटा ऐसा आता है जिसमें कुछ गलतियां होती हैं या कुछ मिस्टेक्स होती हैं या कॉलम हेडिंग सही नहीं आए हैं, तो उसको ठीक करने के लिए हम पावर बीआई यूज में ले सकते हैं. सो वी कैन यूज पावर क्वेरी टू चेंज आवर डेटा, टू मैनिपुलेट आवर डेटा, टू make format our data. Okay, before we actually import this into Power BI, we can change this data. Okay, so there are so many columns which you can see in this particular data. Now what I want to do is, what I will show you is something which will actually make sense to you. Now suppose what I want is, I want to find out like how many people work in let's say sales department. Okay, and how many are overpaid, how many of them are from the age bracket like more than 50 years. Okay, I want to find out how many people are more than 50 years. So what I can do is I can use a filter over here and number filter, and you can say greater than. So it will look like Excel to you, and you can put greater than, and in the greater than we can write down 50, and I'll say okay. So you can see my window filter rows, and I put greater than and 50, and I'm pressing on OK. Now it will give me all those rows which are having number more than 50. Okay, so this is like one thing which you can do. Okay, there are different things which you can do from this data. Suppose I don't want to have this column, current employee, so I can delete this column. So I can say remove. So I remove this column. Okay, I don't want this employee count. I can remove this column. Okay, all these things we can do in Excel also, but there are many other things which you can do in Power Query which you cannot do in Excel. For example, I want to remove the word staff from this. Okay, and I want to have only 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to remove the word staff. Now, how can I? Or I want to break this into 2 columns. Staff should come in 1 column, and then dash and then 1 into different column. Okay. So what I will do is I will go to say replace values. Okay, and I will say find what staff, and instead of staff I want to say worker. Okay, I want to use the word worker instead of staff, so I can replace this, and I'll say okay. So what it will do is it has replaced okay everything with this. This is possible in Excel also, but yeah. Now one thing which is not possible in Excel is, suppose this job roles are written in proper language, like the first letter is coming capital, others are coming small. What I want is I want a capital letter in front for the job role. So here when I go to this home button, in the transform button there is a format option. There is an option for format. So when I click on format, you will see in the job role, I want everything to be in capital. I want everything to be in capital. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting this format, and I'm clicking on uppercase. So when I click on uppercase, I get everything in capital letter. Do you see that? Do you see that every job role has become capital now? Okay. Now suppose I want to do only this thing. Now I will close my Power Query window and I will load this data. Okay. I will share my screen again, because when it get closed, it actually move back to Power BI. So it is loading the data in Power BI. I will show you the Power BI screen now. So we are on to Power BI now. Okay. So it is loading the data. You can see that the data is being loaded. It's a very like big data, so it will take some time. Once the data is loaded, we will see the screen. Okay, so now the data is loaded. Okay, now the data is loaded, and on the right hand side of the Power BI screen, you will see all the headings of the data. You will see all the headings of the data. I guess yes. Now, can you see my Power BI window? Can you see the window where you can see build visuals with your data? Can you see the window, build visuals with your data? Yes. Money says yes. Yes, 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 yes. Rahul says yes. Very good. Okay, everyone. Now see the magic of Power BI now. Okay, so we are onto it, and let us explore the magic of Power BI. Okay. And I hope everyone is looking at Power BI for the first time. Okay, barring few, those who have attended my previous sessions. Yes, familiar says yes, and money also. I believe that you are looking at Power BI for the first time. Now, see, you saw the data, and the data was very huge. Okay, and it was divided into various category. Now, I want to find out like how many people working in my organization are working in different departments. Like how many departments are there, and how many people are working in each department? And out of the people working in each department, how many are male and how many are female? Okay, I want this summarization of the data. So what I will do is I will select one table from you. Okay, so I will select a table. I will select a table. I will click on this. I will drag and drop a table. So you will see one blank table like structure over here. Can you see that? Can you see a blank table on my screen now? Yes, yes. No. I now you will be able to see this is a blank table. Okay, this is a blank table. It is representing a table. I hope now it is visible. The blank table. Yes, yes. Now let us put some value. Let us add some data to it. Okay, now where is the data? So on the right hand side panel, you will see add data. Okay, and when you click on add data, you get all the column headings. Okay, so what I want is I want department. So I will just click on department and just wait for it. Just wait for it. And now, do you see the department names on the table? Do you see the department names on the table? How many departments are there? Can you type in the chat box? How many departments are there? How many departments can you see on the table? Three. Yes, yes, we can see three departments. Okay. Now, what I want is I want to understand, like I want to find out how many people work in these departments. Okay. So the next table, the next column I want in my table is the count of the employee working in the department. And for that, what I'm going to use is, let's say, employee number. Okay. Now see, employee number is giving me all the details. I want to summarize this. So I will say count. Now, do you get the number of employees working in each department and the total number of employees? Do you get the number of employees, total number of workers or employees working in each department? Yes, yes. Now we want to find out how many are male and how many are female. We want to find out how many are male and how many are female. So for male and female, what I will need is gender. Okay, so I will add the gender part. Okay. Now, do you get this? HR 20 female, 43 males, R&D 379 females, and 852 males. And similarly, sales. Are you seeing the breakup of male and female? Can you see the breakup of male and female on the screen? No. Okay. So now can you see? Let me close my video. So maybe Now can you see? Now I think it is visible. Yes. But you see that HR is getting repeated twice, R&D is getting repeated twice, sales is getting repeated twice. It is not looking properly arranged. Now let me do something. Let me do something. Okay. Now let me put this into a bar. Now, is it making more sense now? Is it making more sense now to find out the number of employees in a form of a bar chart? Is it looking beautiful? Isn't it? And suppose you want to find out, you want to add the numbers also. Okay, you want to add the numbers also, we can do that also. Okay, so we can customize this visual and we can say you can add the labels. Okay, so in the label, okay, we can add some labels also. Okay, and we will get the details. Okay, can you hear me now? Am I audible now? Can you hear me now? Yes, okay. So now we can see the numbers also. Okay, suppose I want to create a pie chart. I have to just click on pie and now see I get the result in a pie chart. If I want to create a donut chart, I will get the same result into a donut and I get a result into a donut chart. And these different colors talks about different department, and each department is how many employees it is giving me that information. Okay, so these are different ways of putting the data. If I create a matrix, now you will get a proper result. Okay, so let me remove this legend from here. Okay, now this is looking very neat and clean. Can you see the table with the male and female and the departments side by side? Yes. So what we did is, let me show you the data now. Let me show you the data now. Can you see my data? Can you see the data view, like attrition and business travel and all these things? Can you see this data? So it's a very huge data. It's a very huge data. Okay. And if I see the number of rows, it is basically
this is count of employee number. Okay, now suppose I want to find out like how many people have left the organization. I want to find out how many people left the organization. So what I will do is I will put one more visual over here. I will add data to it. Okay, I will click on it and I will add data. Okay, so let me put data on this visual. So I will say add data to this visual and let me put attrition. Let me put a multi-row card and then put attrition. So we get yes or no over here in the attrition and how many people have left and how many are remaining. We can see all this. Okay. Can you hear now? Am I audible? Okay. Actually, there's some internet connectivity because I'm at college, so I use jammers and all. So I'm very sorry for it, but yeah. Okay, one more thing, one more important thing I would like to tell you. Okay, so let us use this chart. Okay, and how many females in HR department? Do you see this 20 over here? Do you see this 20 over here? Do you see the answer 20? This Power BI software is free. Yes, Power BI software is free. This is definitely free. Yes. So we have found like how many number of female employees in this HR department. Okay, now I want to find out how many female, overall female. How many number of female by age band. So it will give me different result. Okay, this is AI with Power BI. Okay, this is using AI. I'm getting all this answer. Okay, I did not do anything. No cut paste. No selecting data. Okay, now let me ask what is the maximum age of the people. So maximum age is 60. Okay, what is the average age of the people working? It is 37. Okay, if I ask HR data sorted by education field. Okay, so now it will give me the entire data by the education field. Okay, so I'm getting the entire data sorted by a particular field. So all these things are possible using AI. Okay, so it is showing the suggestions. You can type any questions. Okay, so this is Power BI, and since there are many CAs and CS over here, I will like to show you one thing before I we close this session. Okay, and this is going to be very interesting. This is something which you have never seen before, I guess. Okay, so let me show you that, and then we'll take some questions, and then we can end up this particular session. Okay. So what I want to show you is how you can add up maps in Power BI. Okay, how you can insert any territory, any map, any graphic that you want to showcase, you will get all these things in Power BI. Okay, and a lot of many things can be done. I've created many financial financial statements using Power BI, sales report, HR report for many companies. So this is a very powerful software which can be used to do a lot of things. Okay, just give me one moment. Let me open one sample file where which I've worked on, and let me show you. So basically, what I want to tell you all is that, see, learning is something which is the need of the hour. So if you spend time on upskilling yourself on learning on a daily basis, you will find a new yourself, and there are many avenues. Is my screen visible? I hope my screen is visible to everyone. So what you can see on the screen is a GST collection. Okay, what you can see on the screen is a GST collection for 2 years, that is 22 and 23. Okay, you can see the GST collection for 2 years, 22 and 23. Okay, let me increase the font size a little bit so that you can see it properly. Yeah, so these are the states, and for the states you are seeing the GST collection. Okay, now okay, and that also we can do it just by a drag and drop option. Okay, now what do you see now is a map of India. Do you see the map of India? Okay, with some dots. Is my map visible to everyone? Can you see the map with the dots? And now let me put the state into colors. And can you see now different dots with different colors? And now I made them bigger. Okay, so these are the spots. These are the spots. These are the areas where you are providing your services. Okay, these are the areas where you're providing the services, and you want to find out like which state is giving us what revenue. Okay, so you can put the numbers also in the label. And now, do you see the numbers also? Do you see some numbers along with the text? Let me increase the font size of the numbers so you can see them properly. Yes. Can you see the numbers also? So now this is the revenue coming from each state. Okay, now you want to find out, sir, I want to find out like which is the state that is giving me the revenue. Okay, and I want to find out, I don't know the like exact name of the state. I want to see the name of the state also. Now, do you see the name as well as the revenue of the states? Do you see the names as well as the revenue of the states? Okay, since number along with the state, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see the numbering on the screen? And let me make it full screen. Do you see the numbers along with the state? Yes or no? Do you see the numbers? What is the number representing? What is the number representing? What is the number representing? Can you tell me what is the number representing? The number 1 state is Maharashtra. Number 2 is Gujarat. Number 3 is yeah, these are the rank. It shows ranking. It shows ranking. Okay. So you get to know like which state is giving you what revenue and what is the highest paying state. Okay, so if the GST department has to use this map, and this is even a better map which is filled, each state is filled with a different number, and you see 2 years ka data, so you can compare. This is 22 and 23 Rajasthan. Okay, so how far, like how you have come, and when you convert these numbers into rank, you can see whether your rank has fallen or it's like it's on the same number. So now you see the rank as well as the revenue. Okay, so Rajasthan has got the 9th rank in the states and with a revenue of 370. When we did audit, we need to compare a lot of GST. Okay, so here this is actually showing me how this revenue of the states have done over the years. Okay, so it is showing a correlation of the year and the state. Okay, and let me show you one more. Like, so this is how you can like prepare your charts based on different you can do different comparison. Okay, so this is one more comparison. You can have different bars and all these this thing, different values. Okay, and you can see the different comparisons. We can have a bar chart, so it will give me like how the states are doing, like what is the revenue and all these things. So these are different possible combinations that you can create in Power BI. Okay, so now that is all I wanted to discuss in this particular session, which I had kept for people to understand like how to use AI with other softwares so as to automize our work. Learning platform URL. Okay, I'm sharing it in the chat box. So now in this website, when you go, there is a section called as courses. So I have put various courses over here, and this is Excel course, this data visualization, this Power BI and all. This is for free. This is Automize everything using AI. So I've uploaded some videos over here. Okay, and there is a package. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about. That this is specifically a package for professionals as well as students who want to learn Excel, Power Query, and Power BI. All these 3 courses I'm offering for a very throwaway price of 5,000 only. and it will be for 3 months. Okay, so there will be live batches daily, 1 hour I will give for Excel and all. Okay, so you can see that. Is my voice coming properly or I'm not audible? I hope my voice is coming. Yes, audible. Okay, fine. So this is one course that I have come up with. Okay, you can see that there are 3 courses over here. When you go to this basic to advanced Excel, I've done some previous batches. So what I've done is I have included this, and when you click on any of the class, you can watch my previous recording as a demo. First 3-4 classes are free. You can have an experience over it, over the lectures. You will come to know like my way of teaching and what I'm covering. Okay, so this is one thing that I wanted to discuss. Second thing that I wanted to show on my website is that so I've created this dashboard report, showed how to create this dashboard. Okay, it took almost 2 hours. So this recording is available for a price of 199. You can watch this recording. You will get the downloadables and all this material along with this. And there are other many free courses available on this website. Okay, so you can just enroll for any course. You can register and you can learn for yourself. Okay, there are some technical topics, some non-technical topic also, like this Ikigai session. I've taken a session on Ikigai and finding your purpose in life. You can watch this recording and learn. There is one session on Power Query which we have taken. So a lot of things I have uploaded. There's one on dashboard creation in Excel. There's one on financial functions at just ₹9 only. Okay, so a lot of things are available on my website as well as on my YouTube as well. Okay, so I do have a YouTube channel where I put videos of the sessions. Like this session is also happening live on YouTube, so that people who could not join on this, they can watch it on YouTube also. So when you go to my channel, you will find various videos, like, and some of the videos have been liked by people, and I've got more than like 3,000 views. So this video on GST reconciliation, which I've created last year, it has got more than 3,000 views, like how to download and install Tableau, how to create your EMI calculator. All these things are there on my channel. You can visit it and you will find some interesting stuff over here. Okay, so that is all. Not audible. Okay, let me just close this screen. Am I audible now? (10:30) tomorrow, like 8:30 to 9:30 every day, Monday to Friday, will be Excel. So Excel I teach in a different manner. So the focus is on teaching different commands and different tricks in Excel. Okay, covering all the important functions of Excel. So it'll be 1 month course, 30 days. Along with Excel, 9:30 to 10:30, one day I will take Power BI, one day I will take Power Query. So it is all going to take near about 2 to 3 months to master all these three courses. And once you learn all these three courses, you can use them exponentially to your benefit at work. So if you find this is interesting and there is something which you can take benefit of, then do enroll for these courses, or if you have any further queries, you want to see the material and all, you can visit my website. You can ping me personally on my WhatsApp. I'm sharing my WhatsApp number again. You all must be having it already, but again, I've shared it in the chat box. Okay. Now, any questions if anyone has, or any feedback you want to give, I'm open to listen to you now. I like any questions? Lot of okay. You want to ask? Yeah, you have to switch. Okay, fine. Arpit, we can talk on call also. You can give me a call after this session. We will discuss on call because it is going to take a longer discussion. So we can have a call together and we can discuss all this. Any other question? Anyone? Abhinav, Abhinandan, or
So
Silpe?
individually also we can register for the courses, or this need to be done for all the 3 courses?
No, you can do individual registration also. All the 3 courses are available for sale on my website. Okay. So
Okay.
like all these courses are priced at 2,999 individually. So it is 3,000. If you enroll for all these 3,000, all these courses, it is for 5,000.
Okay. It's about actually time, actually, the availability of the time in the evening. Because I can devote only 1 hour a day. Hello.
Your queries answered in those sessions if you miss anything. Okay. And whenever I start my new batch coming forward in the month of January, February, or whenever, you don't have to pay anything and you can come in that session and attend. So that is the facility available to all the learners who are enrolling with us.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can pass on this message to your articles or to your employees or anyone who would like to learn any particular course. You can recommend this course to them.
Sure.
And Silpesh, I just wanted to know about you, your background, and how did you find this session? I hope I want like everyone to have one takeaway from this session, like how you are going to implement what you've learned today. I'm more excited to know that. And are you eager to learn more? And if yes, then what course excites you the most, like Excel, Power Query, Power BI, whatever you want to learn?
Yeah, thank you for the session, Alok. I think it's very relevant. We should be knowing this. And the chat GPT was an eye opener for me along with Power BI. Didn't anticipate, this kind of, thing we have, and the various ways we can play with the data. Excel also, the formulas that you drawn today, the match and all that was new for me. So I think a lot of learnings here. And what I can say is I can use, think of using Excel more wisely. And also I think Power BI is where I would be interested more on. Yeah.
See why I use Excel differently, because as I mentioned before also, I have given a lot of time and efforts in Excel, in learning and teaching Excel. So now it has been over a decade that I'm using this extensively, this software, and I've migrated to different softwares also. I was practicing as a chartered accountant, but I had this calling of upgrading ourselves. So this, I'm glad that you all have joined this session, but the message was passed to almost 1,000 of members in my groups, but few people have joined. So why? Because it was a holiday, it was a public holiday today, and the time was in the evening. But still, maybe people did not have that clarity as to what they will benefit by attending a session. Okay, so you all are I would like to thank you once again for taking out this time and investing your time in learning technology, because that is the need of the hour. If you don't learn technology, then definitely we are going to miss out some of the important aspect of using it to our benefit. And definitely I'm excited and there are people who will answer this, including me. Okay, so once again, thank you everyone, and I hope that this session made a difference in your life and the way you look at Excel and Chat GPT. Definitely, we are going to conduct more such sessions in the future also, and I'm expecting you all to meet you all again in the sessions whenever I conduct those sessions. Okay, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Alok. Thank you again for arranging this superb session. Thank you. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night, and keep learning. Thank you. Thank you, Arpit.
Thank you.